Hello, Justine Dandria here with Bible Journaling Ministries creative team. And today we are going to be working with the printables from Proverbs 23:25. And these are in your momentum kit, or you can purchase them on the website BibleJournalingMinistries.com. Today we're going to be working with sequins and sparkles. So we're going to need some glue, sequins, any color you want, some rhinestones I'm using, or if you want to use some other kind of a blingy thing, just kind of look through your stash and see what you have. Of course, stickles because they're blingy and they're a little bling with a lot of bang icons. And then I have some other cute little sequin flowers that I found in my stash, some ribbon, zigzag ribbon, some more sequins. Anything blingy and fun is what we're using today. So just check your stash to see what you have that you can use on your page. It's going to be a really fun kind of mixed media page today that we're going to be working on. So if you're ready, let's go ahead and get started. When we're working in a Bible, I'm working in the Illustrated Bible. Sometimes you get bleed through from a previous page that you've done. And I've decided that I'm going to cover it with colored paint instead of just, you can use regular white paint, or you can use gesso, like a white gesso, or you can just cover it with a regular acrylic paint like I'm going to do here. And my first thought was to go ahead and to use the purple that's on the printable. So I'm trying to make a light purple, and I just took some violet paint and I'm adding uh, I added some white, but I realized that it's way too dark. So I'm going to just grab some more white and just keep going with it. And what I'm doing is I'm letting the purple come through a little. So even when you think you've messed something up, there's always a way to cover it up. And that's what we're doing here. So I'm just going ahead and covering it all with the white because it was definitely way too much purple for me. And I'm using a regular flat brush, probably like a 1/2 inch flat brush to cover the page. And I usually just, if I'm doing a base color for a background, I'll just go ahead and put the paint onto the page and go ahead and paint it. Just remember to protect. If you see, I protected my page this time. And you can use wax paper or some type of a plastic um, paper just so it protects the pages underneath. Be careful when you're doing it because you don't want to rip your page. Also, depending on what type of streak you want, you'll see here I'm going straight through because I don't want to have um, streaks to be seen. I want it to go straight through the page. And that also depends on the pressure that you're using. If you use a light pressure, you really shouldn't see streaks. So I'm going to do that, and I am going to use my a heat gun, the heat dryer, to dry my page so that we can continue on, and I can show you all the um, that we're going to be doing today. So when you're using the heat dryer, just make sure that you're moving it around and not holding it too close to the page. You can use probably a regular hair dryer too. Same thing, don't hold it too close. And I like to flip the page, so I'll do the front and the back of the page just to kind of um, help it along so that it dries a little bit quicker and more even. So I'll go ahead and do that. Stuck a little bit to the page, but see, I used black on that side and it came through a little bit. but that's why we have our gesso and our other paints. So today it's all about the bling. And again, I'm going to be using sequins and rhinestones and whatever I can find that inspires me to do bling uh, in the Bible. Bling in the Bible. Hey, I might have to use that. We're also using the Proverbs 23:25 principles that are in the Momentum Kit, or as I said before, they're available on the website for you to purchase. So Proverbs 23:25 says, "Let your father and mother have joy, and let her who gave birth to you rejoice." Isn't that awesome? Give them reason, right? Give them reason to rejoice. I've decided to use gold sequins, and they're all different sizes, and some are shiny and some are a little dull. These are sequins that I've had around for quite some time, and so I decided to go ahead and use them. So we encourage you to use what you have around the house. If you don't have sequins, then go ahead and use glitter or something like that. I'm going to do a basic heart shape because we're talking about joy and rejoicing, and that kind of, when I think of that, I think of love and a heart and stuff. So you can do any design that you want. Be creative, or if you don't want to do a design, you can actually just do hearts or whatever. So I like to do hand sewing. I think you guys have seen that before. I do hand sewing, and I love to do sequin work. So for me to do this type of thing is a lot of fun in the Bible. I'm filling in with some glue. Um, you can use the art glitter glue that I use all the time, or I would not use Elmer's. I mean, I guess you could. I don't normally like to use Elmer's because it takes a lot longer for things to stick. Um, you can use tacky glue if you want. And I probably should have mentioned this earlier. Um, Working with tools for sequins or beading or the diamond dots, did you ever see those before? It's got like a sticky little edge that helps you to pick up the sequins or the rhinestones or whatever you're working with. If you don't have that, sometimes what I'll do is take a brush or a stylus or something and put just like use that and like make it a little tacky with just a tiny bit of glue. But this type of a tool, the one that I'm using is actually, I think one from, I want to say like actually I was going to say Cricut type of thing, but I'm not sure. I honestly don't remember. But also you can get them in the nail aisle because the nail techs use them for doing sequins on nails. And it's like the diamond dots. If you ever done diamond dots before, it's like that. One end is a little sticky, and then this other end that you'll see I'm pressing, you can press on. It has a tool that you can press down. So it's sticky enough to pick it up, but it's not, that it won't lift off, when you lift. So I'm just going through and putting random sequins around, filling in the heart. Now I went through and I put a lot of the glue down. You just have to be careful because what'll happen is it'll dry too quick. So you don't want then you're going to have to add more glue to it. Um, so just go ahead and work at your own pace. So we are now filled in with all our sequins and of your choosing. And I'm just picking out, there's a couple in there that are clear that I got in there. So I'm just fixing them up there. And of course you can add more hearts if you want to add smaller, larger, whatever. You know how it goes. This is your project. Have fun with it. I'm just here to help inspire you as you meditate on the word, on the verse, and thinking about what um, God's trying to tell us through this study, through the meditation of the verse. So, let your father and your mother be glad. Let her who bore you rejoice. Maybe think about your mom or someone in your life who um, is special to you. So this is where the mixed media part comes in. I have this bracelet that I will never wear, and I just thought it would be cool because it kind of, from the image that I chose, which was the mom with her baby sitting, and it's kind of like has a grayish look to it. So I thought it'd be fun to use this suede bracelet with a little bit of bling. And I'm just going to use tacky glue to go ahead and put that down. So I know some of you might think this is a little much. So beginner Bible journalers may not appreciate this because they're just starting out. When I teach Bible journaling, especially to beginners, they get a little nervous and they're like, how can I do that in my Bible? And this particular Bible is made for doing exactly this, doing journaling, creative journaling in the Bible because it has such wide margins and the paper, the quality of the paper. If you had a normal Bible, you really probably you may not be able to do this of the because it is such a thin paper. I'm gonna grab some stickles and this is almost empty, this bottle, so I'm gonna open it up and I'm gonna take a paintbrush and I'm just gonna paint it around the paper. Um, Now, that's not to say that you can't do the sequence in your Bible. You just have to be careful and kind of think about what you're doing because um, if they're thinner pages, you just don't want to rip it. That's all. But if you put acrylic on, it kind of makes it a little bit sturdier too. So it kind of binds it a little bit more. Let's see. So I'm going to take my brush and I have the stickles, and stickles you only need a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. So instead of using regular glitter, I decided to use this because I will make a mess with regular glitter. And again, I'm just going to put it all around my purple page. I start doing it around the outer edge, but then I wind up eventually bringing it in a little bit more into the page. But I do start on the edges to kind of like frame it. And then I'm going to go ahead and speed up the video because you really don't need to watch me for a long time doing that. I also want to say that if you are new to Bible journaling um, and you're not comfortable doing any of this in your Bible yet, you can always get a separate notebook or mixed media book and try some of these. You just never know how God's going to inspire you and connect the art with what He's trying to teach you. It's amazing when He just open when you allow God in as you're creating and He opens your heart, and it's just as you go back and think about your art, your piece of art, at a later date, you'll remember what you were studying, what you were meditating on. Of course, we always encourage you to go a little bit deeper. Maybe reading the passage before and after the verse that is on the actual graphic, just to get a better content, a better understanding of what is being said here. And taking it piece by piece can really just help cement it into your mind. The more that you're doing it, um, the more you're going to remember. And using the different colors and the different, like I was saying, like the joy for me, when I think about this verse and I think of my parents and I think about me as a parent, um, the joy that I have and that I want my children to, I guess it's like honoring, respect and honoring each other. So I've chosen this graphic with the verse on it, even though I've kind of highlighted or kind of marked off the verse on my page. And I'm going to go ahead and place a couple of my graphics around just to see. So I chose to do the butterflies and a little bit of the paper washi that she gives us, and kind of go with that theme of it. Uh, let's see. Yep, just going and tearing a little bit off each end. You can cut, you can tear, you can do whatever is comfortable to you. My chair is a little squeaky. I don't know if you can hear that. I need to get a new one. Again, I like to use the wet glue. You can use the glue stick. Totally up to you. I hope that you're enjoying your journey through Bible journaling. And if you are new, please remember that, and if you have not taken the course yet, Tracy has a free course in, I think it's a 10 class course. I haven't looked at it in a while. I guess I should go look at it. But to help you get started in Bible journaling. And of course, Momentum is just a great way to help you. I mean, there's so many good videos in there and prompts and just a lot of information, a wealth of information on the site Bible Journaling Ministries. So I want to encourage you to go ahead and check it out. Okay. And of course, the YouTube channel. Yeah, can't forget that. All right, so I'm placing some around. I've cut them out. I usually use all three. So in the kit, you get three different sizes, and it's again, you get a lot of graphics. So the graphics are set up as you can just, if you're new to Bible journaling and you just want to use the margin part of it, there's graphics there already that all you have to do is cut out. Excuse me. If you're doing the faith decks, there's a sheet with your Faith Decks graphics on it, which is here to my right. And then the Illustrated Bible, this one is the third printable that she sizes it so that it fits in this Bible. So you can mix and match all you want. You can cut apart. I mean, just have fun with it. The key again is just to meditate to the with the verse. Maybe put some worship music on and have fun. I mean, you can do several pages with these graphics. I'm looking at them here, the girl kissing the mom, and you can, the really cool thing is challenge yourself to maybe pick one of the graphics that you're not using and meditate on it and ask God to show you another verse maybe to go ahead and to journal with that particular um, graphic. And what you might want to do is just um, write down whatever he's telling you, like maybe put some worship music on and then meditate on it on the how what the picture represents to you, and then he'll give you some words. And then what you can do is in the back of your Bible is the what is that called? Um, my Bible next to me. Oh, that I have one in front of me. The one I'm using. Is it the glossary? Oh my goodness, I haven't said that word in forever. Or is it? It usually has in the back of the Bible where you can research words um, that, uh, like if like say love, and you go on the back, you look for love, and then it references the Bible verses to it, so you can go ahead and do that, or you can look Google. Who doesn't love Google? Google Bible verses with the word love or with love meaning or whatever. That's your next step to just not using the verse that Tracy gives us. It's also taking that graphic and then moving a next step with it and challenging yourself to do your own little study. And that's how we start. It can get a little confusing when you're doing Bible journaling because it's exciting at first, and it can be a little bit overwhelming. And that's why I remember starting with Tracy's course, her 10-day course, and it just breaks it down. And she does such a wonderful job at doing that for us. So I've chosen to use some um, rhinestones that I'm going to just place around on my page. A lot of times I won't just take them from the sheet. I will put glue on it because I want to make sure that they're going to stay. So um, you'll see me do that. And I'm going to put some on my paper washi that I decided to use from Tracy's pack here. And did you notice? So I'm trying not to say so. I'm trying to remember not to do that in the this chair. It's always fun to work with the rhinestones when they're, especially when you have nails. Like, thank God for this tool. So this tool that I have here is the one for that I bought. I think I bought it actually from Sally's because they have really cool stuff for your nails there, to put on. And this is what they would use. But of course, why not use it in our Bible journaling, right? Okay. I went ahead and speeding it up a little bit for you so that you can see my page as I'm doing it, but it's not going to take as long. And one of my favorite new things to use is the sabata pencil. You'll see me in a few seconds, use that. Um, it's like a charcoal pencil, I guess, and you can use a dry or you can use a wet. Now, when I'm doing this, usually I have a plan in my mind of how I want to do it, but sometimes, you know what, we all make mistakes. And I kind of do that with my black sabata. I just didn't like the way I probably should have stopped right here and not actually used it because I like the way it looks without it here. But I got a little daring, and you'll see in a few seconds what I do. So there it is. And I'm going around because I wanted to pop that out a little bit. And it's really not that bad, but then I kept going. So, I activated here. I probably shouldn't have activated it. So, oh, I'm doing my sew. So activate it makes it look a little bit more kind of like a wet look, I guess. It is fun to use though. It just wasn't, I shouldn't have done it on this. A little bit of the dry probably, but not. So of course then I go and use it more. And you'll see I kind of just fool around with it. So, okay, if you make a mistake, my whole point of saying this is if you make a mistake, don't be afraid to either paint over it or leave it and then it is what it is. I mean, you're the one that knows it's a mistake. Nobody else knows it's a mistake. Some people will look at this and expect, oh, that's exactly what she wanted to do, and that's okay. This is just part of our journey, part of our experience through Bible journaling. So I just want to say, if you make a mistake, please don't get upset with yourself. Please just either leave it or cover it up. If you really hate it that much, you can always, get a piece of paper and cover the whole thing, honestly. But I wouldn't. It's nice. I mean, I do have some pages that I look and I'm like, whoa, from when I first started journaling. It's just awesome to see our journey together. So I'm just evening out my stickles. I'm playing around with I was playing a little bit with the focus, having some fun. All right. I love it. I mean, it's just a fun page to me. It really is. It's just um, an eclectic page. So let's see. So you can write on acrylic if you want. You can use a paint pen or paint, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put some words on here like rejoice and joy. I just think the page is a little plain without any wording. You can also stamp. Um, Here I was going to do the edges, but I decided not to. But you can stamp words on acrylic. There I go with the sabata. I'm trying again one more time, but I decided it's not working, so I will paint it. It just adds a little bit of extra something to the page. Oh, I don't know what I want to say. Usually it adds, but in this particular situation, I definitely was not happy with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint over my rejoice. And again, you can use a paint pen, paint marker Posca, one of your Poscas. I just felt like it needed to be outlined. I don't know why. And then I don't like that, so then I'm going to use a little bit of white to go over it. Sometimes if you get frustrated, it's good to walk away from your project too. But whatever it is, I hope that you will just give it a try. Try something new, even if it scares you. And if you decide to do that, please go ahead and share on the page Bible Journaling Ministries or the Beginner Bible Journaling page. We love to see your work, and as always, um, we'd love for you to like and subscribe and share um, these videos and your love of Bible journaling with others. Get a group of ladies together and have some soup and salad and do your Bible journaling and share your supplies and share your ideas and let us know what you're doing. So I think that's it for now for me. And enjoy, and I will definitely see you next time. So thank you and God bless.